This summer, the Art Gallery at SUNY Plattsburgh is showcasing a painter from here in the North Country, who even though he now lives, teaches, and paints in the South in the state of Georgia, many of his works focus on his roots here in the Adirondacks. Joe Remillard's Adirondack Visions exhibit opened this past week and will be at the Burke Gallery on the SUNY Plattsburgh campus through early August. Thank you so much for taking the time.
You're welcome.
We appreciate it.
Glad to be here.
Adirondack Visions is the name
correct.
of the exhibit. And so many, as we can see, so many of your paintings are of the Adirondacks.
They are of the Adirondacks and of the family farm that I grew up on, which is
well-known,
located in the Adirondacks.
A well-known family farm right along the interstate near exit
Absolutely.
35, the Remillard
Right.
farm. A huge family.
14 brothers and sisters, right. About half of them are still in the area. And we're very lucky because we all love each other, and you'll see a lot of them represented in the paintings in this exhibition.
And you grew up in the Adirondacks. You spent summers on Silver Lake.
So I grew up in Peru, New York, actually. And after I graduated from law school, I married, and my wife at the time and I would be on Silver Lake every summer. And so Silver Lake was a beautiful getaway. It's about half an hour from Plattsburgh. And so you'll see a lot of paintings here that are of different views in and around that area, Ausable as well. Just very meaningful to me.
And so you went to Siena for history.
Undergraduate, I went to Siena, and then immediately went on to law school, practiced law for 3 years, did some soul searching during that time period, and realized that life was real short, so you better do what you love and you better not postpone going after that. So Marguerite, my ex-wife at the time, and I both agreed that's what we wanted to do. We went to Georgia, the University of Georgia. I got my master's in painting.
And you're a professor.
I'm a professor at Kennesaw State University. Kennesaw State is part of the state system of universities in Georgia. And when I started working there, it had 9,000 students, and now it's close to 40,000 students. So it's been fun to be part of its growth, yeah.
And through the years, even though you were living in Georgia, many of your paintings have been of the Adirondacks.
Right, my process is such that I'll do color studies and drawings and take a lot of source images with a camera and then go back to my studio and do more extended paintings. So, I paint the people and places that I love. Two of my favorite artists are Andrew Wyeth and Carl Larson, and that is, I think, what their work has in common with each other. It was just very important for them to paint their families and their surroundings. That's what I do.
Other artists inspire you through the years?
A number of artists do, as a matter of fact. Winslow Homer, of course, and his connection with the Adirondacks. All of the artists from the 1800s, the Luminous and the Hudson River painters. So yeah, there's a lot of inspiration.
One of your paintings is of a very famous farm, Asgard.
It is.
Well, Kent's homestead.
And of course, he is also at the top of the list of inspirations for me. I grew up knowing about him long before I knew about any other artists. Family would talk about his farm, Asgard, and we would do Sunday drives and pass by the farm. And then when I got to see his work in person very early on in undergrad, I was hooked because it's people and places that I connect with. We had a interesting little experience a couple years ago. I was traveling, fortunately, to St. Petersburg at the time, and I was in the Hermitage, and in one of their new wings, they have a new section devoted just to Rockwell Kent paintings, and I said, wow, here's somebody from the Adirondacks on the other side of the planet. So, yeah, indeed, he's very important to me. So I feel like this exhibition is particularly special because it allows me to connect with him, and I do have a small painting of his farm that is somewhat of an homage to his work.
And for you, this is a homecoming of sorts.
Somewhat, yeah. It's fun to have all of my work together, and of course to have my huge family be able to access it. So, feeling very fortunate. One of my purposes in life is to remind people to go after their dreams and to not put them off. You can do whatever you want to do. It may take some work, but if you have the passion to do it, don't put it off.
Remillard, if people are wondering, yes, great French-Canadian roots. Your family came here.
So I love my family story. My grandfather moved his entire family of 9 children to Peru, New York in the mid-20s and started managing a farm here. And then after World War II, he was in a position together with my father and my father's brother to purchase the farm. And it's been fun to see how the farm has grown and prospered throughout the decades.
Joe Remillard's Adirondack Visions runs through August 5th. The Burke Gallery is open Tuesday through Sunday from noon to 4.